Hello and welcome to D1 Sports Training. My name is Chase Madison. I'm an assistant strength coach here at D1. My primary responsibilities reside with those related to our high school program, ages 15 to 18 years old. I also work with adults here at D1. Our adults participate in either a strength class or a boot camp class. Today's focus is to give you a representative sample of what a typical training session with me looks like with our athletes. Today we will start out with a comprehensive warm-up. We will then move to some speed development work. Today we are sprinting and doing some dumbbell jumps. Next we will tackle an Olympic lift progression. Today's movement is the hang clean. Next we will move on to our strength development work, where today we do the front squat, the TRX row, and the med ball Russian twist. Finally, we will end with some trunk stability work with what I like to call pedestal. Again, this is just a sample workout. This workout would change depending on the athlete's training age, training status, whether they were in season, preseason, or out of season. It would also change depending on the movement analysis that I do with them prior to them training with me. I tackle the large joints in the body and I make sure they're moving freely and without pain prior to training with me. Once we establish those movement parameters, then I tackle their goals and what they want to achieve as an athlete and how I can help. Everything else is pretty straightforward. So let's get warmed up. My first objective with the warm-up is to improve blood flow and increase the heart rate. This can be done many ways. I've chosen a nice easy jog in essence of time. Next, my goals are to improve mobility in the large joints of the body. This can be done head to toe by taking one joint at a time and focusing on range of motion and mobility at each joint. As we move on throughout the warm-up, I stand them on their feet, and we perform multiple dynamic stretches through walking movements.
Quad stretch. Basic quad stretch. Take arms from that. Probably would like to do some extra mobility work with you since it looks like you got some tight quads, little big what? Kind of stretch pretty well. Yeah. Next, 10-man walk. Nice easy hamstring stretch. So the 10 back. Next, there's a series of hurdles in front of us. We're just going to step over those hurdles one leg at a time. We'll go forward to the 10, and then on the way back, we'll do the same thing backwards. So as we go backwards, we open up that hip. Yeah, 10 and 10. Try to increase that range of motion of the hip every time. Nice big wide circle with the hip as you step over the hurdle.
As we continue the warm-up, we pick up the speed with even more dynamic movements.
To the 10 and back on this as well. Okay, let's go a skip to start. A skip. Ready? Go. So the heel to hip stretch that we did, now we put a skip to it. So it's heel to hip skip. Heel to hip skip. 10 and back. Ready? Go. Butt kicks. Get those hamstrings warmed up. A lot of reps in between the 10 yards. Ready? Go. Go. Let's face the D1 wall, and we'll go carry over. High knee crossover. Left knee cross over. That knee comes up, over, and high knee crossover. Ready? Go. 10 and back. 10 and back. Last one, high knee run. Very basic high knee run. Get a lot of reps in between the 10 yards. Ready? Go. Good, Fox. Very good.
The final part of the warm-up is to prepare for the sprints and jumps that we will do as part of our speed development. We can tackle these by doing 5 to 10 yard sprints or even some jumps.
The first 2 reps will be at 80% effort to get warmed up. The final 2 reps will be at 100%. Okay? Set whistle is the command. Set. Walk back. Walk. Set.
The first part of the workout consists of a high-speed component. We use 10-yard and 20-yard sprints in order to accomplish this.
Coming out of a three-point stance. Easiest way to set up for a three-point stance, left and right foot. You're going to put your right foot in front of your left foot behind your right. That's exactly where I want your left foot, just about a foot's width away from the line. From there, where I put my right foot is in line with my heel of my left. So go ahead and set up for that right now. Okay, perfect. Next, easy as can be. Here, now the hand is right here on the line. You're ready to go. As we go, I'll correct some things as we go, but I want these to be as hard as you can go. Okay, as hard as you can go for 10 minutes. The command is set distance. Okay? First rep, here we go. We have about a minute in between reps. Set. Nice job, very good, very good. Make sure that first step is violent as possible. We want to get to full extension on that left side so that we're driving off that plant foot as hard as we can go. Okay? We have about a minute in between reps. 2. Set. Good job, very good. Two more reps. Now, Brennan, make sure that hand, that left hand, isn't too high up. The higher up you get, the longer it takes to shove that hand forward. So what I like to teach is keeping that left hand in the right pocket, and then as soon as you hear that whistle, you violent throw with that hand. Okay? Set up the same way every time. All right, that was our last rep of 10s. We're going into 20s now, okay? Third white line, just past the logo line. Setup is the same. What I really want you to focus on now that we're getting into more upright sprinting, is that our eyes stay down for the first 10 yards. And once you pass that 10-yard line, then gradually bring those eyes up, okay? Try not to pop out of your stance right away because you're anxious about running 20 instead of 10. Make sure we keep the eyes down, okay? 30 seconds, next rep. 30 seconds. Setup is the same. Be violent with that first step. Violent with that first step. Here we go. Set. Nice job, nice job, nice job. Very good. Very good. All three, you kept your eyes down very nicely until you got about 10 yards. Then you gradually brought them up. You have about a minute and a half or so in between reps. Get that heart rate back down. Relax a little bit.
As we continue the speed portion of our workout, we will move on to some dumbbell jumps.
There we're doing 10 reps in a row. Getting as high as possible. Leaving those arms long, dumbbells at our side. We're going to land softly on the turf and turn that energy back into another jump right away off that mat. Okay? We're going 10 reps in a row. 10 reps in a row. 4 sets total. Set. Get off the ground, good. Land soft, you get up. Land soft, good. Good. Keep the chest up. Chest up as we land. Good. 10 reps, 10 reps. And relax. About a minute and a half or so in between reps. Sets. Set. Get off the ground, get off the ground. Very good. Land soft. Get off the ground quickly. Get off the ground quickly after that next jump. 10 reps. Nice job. Elbows down, minute and a half rest. Okay, next, we have about 5 to 10 minutes of technique work with the hang clean, okay? None of you have hang clean before, so I'm going to start from ground zero, okay? I'm facing this way to talk to you, you guys will face the rack when you perform your lift, okay? It's gonna be 3 positions to start, that's all we're doing, okay? So you'll grab the bar out of the rack, the bar should grip just outside the shoulders, okay? Maybe right under the shoulders, depending on each person's body structure. Feet right underneath the hips, pointing forward. My chest is tall. Okay? The first thing I want you to do is soften the knees. So I want you to bend the knees while keeping your chest up. Then I want you to sit the hips back. This is step 2. So while keeping the knees bent, you're going to sit the hips back. This is the starting position of the ankle. Okay, that's as easy as it gets to get there. From there, the 3rd step will be just to stand back up. So all I want you to do for the first 5 reps is to stand back up. So 3 steps. Soften the knees, sit the hips back, and then stand back up. Okay? We'll all go together. We'll go 5 reps. Go to your knees, hips, and stand up as the command. Okay? Go ahead and pull the bar out. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. So we'll soften those knees and keep the chest up. Okay? Knees, hips, stand up. That's better, Fox. Good. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. Perfect. 2 more. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. Put the bar away. Next, same position, same command, except when I say stand up, I want you to stand up through the heel or through your toes, and I want you to shrug at the top. So watch. Stand up through the toes and shrug at the top. So the same, walk the bar out, set up the same, with your knees, hips, stand up. Okay? Extend through the feet, the knees and the hips, and then the shrug at the top. 5 reps. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. Now Cody, make sure as we go with the knees, keep the chest up so the hips are underneath. Okay? Knees, hips, now sit the hips back. Good. Stand up. Good. Keep the arms long. Keep the arms long. 2 more reps. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. That's better, Fox. Good. 1 more. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. Perfect. Back to the wall. Last thing for today. Setup is the same. Now we're going to get the arms involved a little bit with the lift. Okay? This whole time I want you to think about the knuckles down cue. Okay? So this whole time I want you to think your knuckles are down. Anytime your knuckles come up, the bar starts to pull away from our body, and the goal is to keep that bar nice and tight to the chest. Okay? So what you'll hear is knees, hips. And when I say stand up, I want you to stand up through the toes again with the shrug, and the arms are going to be involved with the knuckles down. It's like a high pull. Okay? Knees, hips, stand up. We'll go 5 reps. Unwrap the bar. Knees, hips, stand up. Good, very good. Keep those knuckles down. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. Knees, hips, stand up. Knees, hips, stand up. Good. 1 more. Knees, hips, stand up. Good, very good. All 3. Nice. Back to bar.
In the strength portion of our workout, I substitute a kettlebell goblet squat for the front squat with my athlete in the middle.
And then a seated med ball Russian
This
twist.
movement allows for easier achievement of balance and learning how to keep the chest upright as we sit back on the heels and into the squat position.
You've done a goblet squat before with me. Okay. So let's get set up for our first set of front squats. We have a little bit of rest built in, about a minute and a half, but I want you to go each movement in consecutive, and then we'll rest at the end. Okay? Here we go, 6 reps with the front squat. Keep those heels down as we squat. Good, trying to keep that chest up. Very good, Cody. Keep those heels on the ground. 6 reps. From there, we go right to TRX row. TRX row. Going to the right there. 10 reps. If it's too hard, step back away from the rack. If it's too easy, step forward to the rack. Pulling those handles to your chest. 10 reps. Nice and controlled on the way down. Good, 10 reps there, and then 10 with the Russian twist. Grab a seat. Preferably your feet off the ground if you can balance. We're going 10 each way. 10 each way. When you're done there, back on your feet, and you have about a minute and a half rest. Minute and a half rest. Box, that's really good with the goblet squat. Keep those heels on the ground and those elbows and that elbow up. Okay? Cody, keep those heels on the ground and those elbows up too. It's easy to let our elbows drop in the front squat. If we keep them up and we sit on our heels better, we'll have better balance. We'll be able to handle just a touch more weight. Okay? About a minute left. Minute rest left. All right, guys, here we go. 6 reps on the front squat. 6 reps. Good, Brandon. Keep those elbows up. Very good. Good range of motion. Good, Fox. Keep that chest up as you go down. Nice, Cody. Very good. TRX row, 10 reps. 10 reps. Pull to the chest and control all the way back down. Control it all the way. Cody. Nice job. Back to the Russian twist. 10 each side. Touch right, touch left. Okay, next, finally, last part of our workout. We're gonna do a bunch of hip and trunk stability work, okay? A lot of these movements, you're not actually moving, you're just holding these positions, okay? Some of you have done this before, some of you not, okay? First one is the front bridge or front plank on the elbows, okay? So drop down into that position now. And we're gonna hold for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, ready? Begin. And relax. Right side bridge. Now we're on our elbows still. We're going to right side first. Ready? Begin. And relax. Good. Switch elbows. Left elbow down. Ready? Begin. And relax. Good. Now we're on our backs. hand next to our butt, and we bridge the hips up onto our shoulders for 30 seconds. Ready? Begin. And relax. Next, top of the push-up position in a push-up bridge. Flip over to that. This one's really easy, but really focus on those abdominals staying tight and you're squeezing your butt too. This is probably the easiest one, but we can make it pretty difficult by doing those two things. Okay? Ready? Begin. Feet a little closer together, Fox. And relax. Reverse push-up bridge. Fox, you know that one, right? Reverse push-up bridge. This is one of the hardest ones. Okay? Keep the legs long and then bridge those hips up and hold as best you can for 30 seconds. Ready? Begin. And relax. Back to the push-up position, but we're going on one hand. Let's go left hand first. Okay? What I want to see is the shoulder. I want the hand right underneath the shoulder. Don't let that hand get too far out away from the shoulder. That's way too much stress on that joint, okay? So make sure that hand is right underneath and we're holding for 30 seconds. Okay? Ready? Other side, there you go. Good. Ready? Begin. And relax. Good. Switch sides. Ready? Begin. And relax. Last one. On your back. Go ahead, I'll demonstrate with Brennan. On your back, feet up to 90 degrees. Okay, keep the legs straight. Put the hands down by your hips on the ground, not under your hips, but next to your hips. You're gonna pretend the ceiling is right here. Okay, now I want you to pick your hips up off the floor and touch your feet to the ceiling. Okay, we're going 15 reps. Try to go straight up. Don't go back. It's easy to go back. Try to pick the hips straight up off the floor. There you go, Cody. Good. Last part of the workout is some mobility stuff to get those tissues restored for the next workout. We're gonna grab some foam rollers and some bands and do some stretching. All right?
That about concludes our workout for the day. The only thing you didn't get a sample of today were some of the movements and modalities that I like to do post-workout to help restore tissue and prepare that athlete to recover better for the next training bout. Some of those things might be just some general stretching, some foam rolling, some band traction work if they have some tight hips or other tight areas, and some soft tissue work maybe around the joints that they have individual need for. Again, I want to stress this is not a cookie cutter workout. This workout would change depending on the athlete's age, training status, in season, preseason, or out of season, as well as the movement analysis results that I do with them prior to training with me. We have to train as specific as possible. So if I have a football player that comes to me, or a baseball player, or a soccer player, I have the ability to adapt any of those movements to whatever they need to accomplish their goals. If you have any questions, would love to contact me, would love to work with me. My cell phone and my email will be attached to the end of this video. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed your time at D1.